All right, awesome. We have everyone in here. Welcome, guys. It's a super exciting day. Today is actually, we launched our most recent EcoNode from the Metis Foundation, ZKM. It's a universal and general purpose ZK proof system with the main purpose to turn Ethereum into the global settlement layer. That news was released today at 9 a.m. and we're super excited about it. Today we have the ZKM team. We have Kevin Liu, CEO, Ming Guo, our chief scientist, 𝗠𝗲𝘁𝗶𝘀 our DevRel lead, and then we also have Abner, the CEO of Polyhedra, to also chime in and share his thoughts. So I'll be passing the mic on to our moderator, Amelia Tomasz. I'm sorry if I got this wrong. I don't know how to pronounce it, but 𝗠𝗲𝘁𝗶𝘀.
That's fine, thank you. 𝗠𝗲𝘁𝗶𝘀, yeah.
I'm trying my hardest.
Italian.
But,
no problem.
CEO of the Cryptonomist. Just a quick note to all of our listeners. We will not be opening the mic during this conversation. However, please feel free to tweet your thoughts or your questions within the spaces, and we will address them if we have time later on in the call. But with that being said, Amelia, the floor is all yours.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the introduction, and thank you so much also to invite me to this conversation. It's really a pleasure to be the moderator today. And of course, congratulations on the official launch of ZKM. So yeah, that said, let's start off with the fun introduction of this new project. So please go forward and introduce yourself. So your name, role, and how you became involved in blockchain space. Thank you.
Okay, I guess I can start. So everyone, thank you for joining this space. My name is Kevin Liu. I'm the CEO of ZKM, and I'm also the decentralization coordinator at Metis Foundation. When I jumped into the blockchain space, that was 2018. I'm not the first batch of builders, but at that time I met Elena and Yuan, the other co-founders of Metis Layer 2, and we started to think how to make Ethereum, more acceptable and in the mainstream market. So at that time we found that Optimism rollup was very easy to use and easy to implement, and that's how we started Metis. And it has been over 1.5 years since we launched the mainnet for Metis Layer 2, and now I'm glad that I can start a new venture to not only bring more value to Metis whole ecosystem, but also can expand to other Layer 2, Layer 1, and beyond. So I'm super glad to join the space and to discuss what ZKM can bring to the whole industry. Thank you.
Hello, I think it's my turn. So my name is Ming Guo. I'm the chief scientist of ZKM. I also came from Metis, so Metis chief scientist as well. I also remember fondly when we were deciding what technology to adopt at the beginning of Metis, and that put us in the optimistic roll-up camp because it is the fast to market. We know it has limitation, the tech limitation of optimism roll-up is being mitigated, and this is the story we have today. I'm very glad to finally reveal us to the world. All right, thank you.
I guess it's my turn now. This is Philip from ZKM. I am the DevRel lead for ZKM. I've been in this industry for around almost 6 years as a career choice, spanning many different areas, many different blockchains, and I can now calmly say that I live in this space. The first thing that I do when I wake up is open Twitter, so I know how it goes. And I'm very glad to be part of this space and very glad to be part of ZKM and the whole EcoNode system of the Metis Foundation. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. So I'm the co-founder and CEO of Polyhedra Network. So currently, Polyhedra Network is working on the infrastructure for Web3 interoperability by using advanced zero-knowledge proof protocols. So it's a great congratulations to ZKM for the launch of the white paper, and that we are looking forward to more progress of the ZKM project. And for Polyhedra Network, so we look forward to work together with ZKM to see more, if anything, that we can work together and to explore the boundary of ZK together. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your introduction. So I will first start with the CEO of this newly launched Metis Foundation EcoNode, ZKM. So maybe please, Kevin, can you explain ZKM, the role it would play in the blockchain ecosystem, and of course, what are the benefits of ZKM? And of course, everyone else, you can add your thoughts.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Amelia. ZKM, we positioning this project as a general purpose and zero knowledge proof system. And our vision is to turn Ethereum into the global settlement layer, while the decentralization of Ethereum, the high security of Ethereum, and also the ZK MIPS infrastructure. So this is our vision and also our mission. Why we started this actually is a very interesting start from the last year when one of our co-founders of Metis, Yuan, he met with Optimism and Arbitron's co-founder in Amsterdam. At that time we were talking about how optimistic rollup can compete with ZK. And, as a so large market share in the current layer 2 space, OP will not, just give the market to ZK. And although, Vitalik mentioned that the future is ZK, but in the reality, the path won't be that, direct or straightforward. I think we will need something, in the middle. That's why we propose a hybrid, which is the first stage use case for ZK MIPS. And hybrid can enable all the optimized rollup to operate to this infrastructure and to solve one of the key issues for now for all the layer 2s, optimistic rollup L2s, which is the 7-day withdrawal window. If people cannot withdraw funds instantly, it will bring a bad effect that people will not bridge in the funds, large amounts of funds into the ecosystem. So we hope to solve this key issue for all the OP solution, OP super chains to employ this hybrid structure and to enable the instant withdrawal, nearly instant withdrawal, and also can use the MIPS instruction set to guarantee the whole security. So that's our stage 1 challenge that we hope to solve. Meantime, we are deploying our team to also work with all the other layer 2s, layer 1s. We hope to connect all of them to Ethereum to secure the transaction via the ZK MIPS layer. So that's our stage 2 target. And during the process, we found that actually there are a lot of other applications, non-blockchain applications can also utilize this infrastructure to have a more secure and scalable use case in the blockchain, in the Ethereum ecosystem. So that's why we are currently to talking with some spy devices and IoT, cloud computing, and we hope to bring all these use cases onto Ethereum ecosystem and to realize our vision to bring Ethereum as a global settlement layer. So that's pretty much what we plan and what we see in the near future. We have very concrete steps: stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and we hope to engage a lot of industry partners such as Polyhedra and among others to co-build the whole ecosystem and to bring the true value to the whole Ethereum ecosystem. That's part I can share.
I think the secret behind ZKM, I think it's time for the reveal. The consideration that Kevin just mentioned is that we're late to this ZK rollup game because ZK rollup is hard. It takes a couple of years for the first batch to actually have something. So on the surface, ZK rollup sounds perfect, right? It's the perfect solution, and Vitalik think it's the future of rollup. He's not wrong, of course, as always. But things this good, there's a price pay, which is you have to wait, right? And to make matter worse, EVM, which is the main engine that drives the prosperity of the Ethereum ecosystem, is notoriously hard for a ZK implementation. So this is the price we pay. And even though I agree that ZK rollup is the future, it does not mean that the ZK rollup as is the final form. I think that's our position, of course, ZKM's position, that the final form of ZK rollup, with its dominance, is actually going to be taking the form of a hybrid rollup. So that's why we decide to absorb this critical technology into our existing tech stack, which is to put an ZK rollup component inside our existing optimistic paradigm rollup, right? And but we can't just take the existing solution and plug in it there, right? It doesn't work that way because as I mentioned, ZK EVM is very brittle, right? It's the EVM machine is not suitable for a very robust component. So to make it a component, a plug-in, plug-and-play, plug-in component inside our tech stack, we have to make it really robust. So that's why we pick the MIPS architecture, and it has many benefits because to secure a MIPS instruction set means that this zero-knowledge solution sits below everyone, right? It's a machine below a machine, right? VM is a machine, and we sit below them. So the benefit of this, advantage of this, is that it will make everyone's life easier, right? Developers, you don't have to deal with the fragmented EVM, ZK EVM world, because if you have a VM, that it will just work out of the box. And this also means that it supports more than EVM, right? If you have a Move VM, like a Rust VM, it will just support out of box because MIPS is stable. It's been there for many years. So this is the stable component will be sit inside. So this is the ZK rollup core that Vitalik promised us, and it will be taking this form of a hybrid rollup component inside our machine. So this is the big reveal. This is the secret. I also remember I had a talk with Abner when he founded Polyhedra. To build a robust, secure zero-knowledge solution is extremely hard. So so we talked about this and we agreed that a hybrid is the way to go. So here we are. I'm very happy that the genie's out of the bottle, and we're excited to. We can't wait to give this to you, the world, the Ethereum ecosystem, and also from market point of view, that Ethereum is the largest decentralized network out there, right? We talk, I think the industry outside of blockchain talked about secure IoT devices. This is a very important aspect of the IoT is to make them secure because, they're low-powered computing devices, very easy to hack into, and they often sit in the, sensitive part of life, right? In your home, right? On your body, right? Like the wearable. So to secure them is always very hard. And expensive. But now we have Ethereum, the largest decentralized network that the world has ever seen. So why not just secure all them on Ethereum, right? Utilize the centralized network, the power of Ethereum. So Kevin had this vision that Ethereum can be a settlement layer, not just for financial transactions, but for all apps. So it's a settlement layer for all secure computation out there, right? And to bring them, we'll have a mutual benefit to, both the world outside of blockchain and to, Ethereum themselves. So Web3 is lacking applications. Bringing millions of IoT devices, cloud computing to Ethereum will make sure Ethereum will be thriving for the future, and also solidify the Web3, the whole Web3 world, right? The Web3 desperately need apps. Without apps, it will die. So this is a future that can lead us to that that world that the decentralized Web3 is promised us. So I think ZKM is excited. We're thrilled to be of this revolution and actually be the next stage, be the future of Ethereum. Thank you.
So as we all have witnessed, zero knowledge has been on the rise lately. And in your opinion, what is the biggest challenge that caused this major push? Everyone can express your thoughts, of course. Maybe Kevin can start.
Sure. I would say, we have been seeing so many OP and ZK layer 2s launching recently. For us, this is a great progress for all the layer 2s. As Vitalik mentioned, everyone moving to rollup. This is a great trending. But when we see the reason underneath this trending, you will find that some of the newly launched layer 2s, they're for their own, application purpose, or to make the whole, make their business to be more complete, easy to use. But from the industry perspective, when we have so many layer 2s coming into the market, it will face some very challenging issues, like how these layer 2s can interact with each other. Otherwise, the whole market can be segmented. So first, I would say this is a very exciting progress that with so many layer 2s coming into the market, but it also brings some key issues that our ZKM project hope to solve. That's why we propose Ethereum as a global settlement layer to connect all the layer 2 layer 1s all together. I just want to start with this. I hope maybe the founder of Polyhedra, you can continue. Thank you.
Yes, I think that for the current zero-knowledge proof system, currently, we need to deal with a large-scale, distributed and decentralized system, and yes, it's a pretty early stage. So for the first large-scale application for zero-knowledge proof is the privacy preserving for blockchain industry is the privacy preserving teams like Zcash, and different privacy preserving blockchain networks. And then for the Ethereum scaling for different layer 2 solution, come with ZK rollup and different kinds of ZK VM, ZK EVM that can significantly scale the existing Ethereum ecosystem by using zero-knowledge proof, and without the need of the previous design like Plasma, optimistic rollup that's using fraud proof. And ZK rollup provide fully trustless validity proof for the transactions and get them verified on the layer 1 Ethereum network. And what we are doing is that we also build a huge system. That what we are doing is that we are building a general state transition machine using zero-knowledge proof. In the initial use case is the cross-chain interoperability by using zero-knowledge proof. That we invented and implement ZK Bridge protocol. It's a pretty huge system that we need to deploy in the real infrastructure that is challenging. So for different ZKP projects, so they are actually at the initial stage, they are building a very huge system. That this system can deal with need a huge team to develop and need lots of support from the industry. So to grow the ecosystem. So this is an initial stage. So we believe that the future, as Vitaly mentioned, that zero-knowledge proof is pushing the boundary of the innovation of the entire blockchain and Web3 industry. And we have more people and more talents to join the industry. I think that the ecosystem will definitely very thrive in the future. Thank you.
What is also maybe important to mention is that at this moment, ZK rollups and in general ZK technology could be a bit hard to adopt. We are trying at ZKM, we are trying to attain as much EVM equivalence that we can, while also keeping the tooling as similar or as same as possible, of course. But also, through the MIPS part, there has been tooling for decades, literally. So we wanted to adopt this kind of architecture in our own, so we can achieve scalability even beyond blockchain. Right now, ZK, in my personal opinion, is being mentioned a lot in pair with blockchain technology. Why not go even further than that into IoT? Ming and Kevin already mentioned a lot about it, but I think I cannot stress it enough that we can go even further into IoT, into cloud computing, and so on and so on.
So we mentioned it before. Of course, there are other ZK projects, but can you explain us more about the difference between your project and the other ones around?
Yeah, I think I can start. For ZKM, I think we are, as me mentioned, we are a low layer infrastructure. So actually, we can work with all the layer 2s, layer 1s, and in the future, smart devices. And I also think there's another very important difference is that we understand ZK rollup still, at the early stage, because of the, EVM stability and also EVM equivalence issue. So for us, we don't quite care about EVM. Everything can be compiled to MIPS and then to get the validation and proof. So I think that's the a very important difference. We actually are helping the whole ecosystem. It's like a plug-in system. You don't have to change much of your code, and you can integrate with the ZKM solution and to get the advantage of ZKP, all these proof and verification advantages. So yeah, I just want to mention these 2 points.
Sure. And maybe Abner can explain us more about the Polyhedra tech.
Great. So currently we are working on building the infrastructure for the interoperability of Web3 by using ZK. So what we are doing is that we invented and implemented very efficient zero-knowledge proof system that can significantly accelerate the proof system by orders of magnitude. And we designed and implement ZK Bridge protocol. So ZK Bridge protocol is a fully trusted and efficient zero-knowledge proof protocol for blockchain interoperability, currently supporting more than 15 layer 1 and layer 2 blockchain networks. And we are using zero-knowledge proof to prove that a state transition happened on the sender chain and get it automatically verified on the receiver chain side. And the entire process is fully trustless, and the secure model is guaranteed by zero-knowledge proof. And for the proof system, we design and implement dVirgo, which is a distributed proof generation protocol that can significantly accelerate the proof generation time by orders of magnitude through the parallelized computation. And yeah, so currently, ZK Bridge is a general state transition machine that connecting different layer 1 and layer 2 blockchain system. And we have already entered into the strategic partnership with layer 0 that we are building ZK Lifeline as the oracle of the layer 0. And it's fully integrated with layer 0 and for the interoperability between any layer 1, layer 2 blockchain networks. So this is the fundamental of Polyhedra network and our ZK Bridge protocol. So it's great that we see the lots of players in zero-knowledge proof that are working together to push the boundaries of the industry. So there are lots of ZK rollups and ZK EVM, so that currently they are in production level, launching their mainnet or mainnet alpha, and has huge transactions running on ZK rollups like ZK Sync, like the upcoming mainnet launch of Linea. So it's super excited. And we are also very happy to see that ZKM has launched its white paper with a hybrid design that we believe that the hybrid rollup or ZKM or ZK MIPS can give another solution that can work together like ZK with many different systems. So that is great. That because currently for optimistic rollup, they also consider some combining some ZK technology into it. So I think the hybrid rollup will be a great fit for this need. Yeah, and for our side, so we will work together with different teams because we are building the general interoperability layer that we hope that in the future, once ZKM has launched its testnet or mainnet, our ZK Bridge will support ZKM for the interoperability side to connect ZKM with other systems in Web3. Thank you.
Thanks, Evan. Yeah. Ming, do you have anything?
Yes, I think this all ZK end-to-end ZK is the future. So ZKM is very glad to have Polyhedra as a partner. So we'll give a few ZK future. So that's the way to go, we believe.
Maybe what's also important to mention is that we are intending to be fully open sourced. Not all the ZK projects in the space are open sourced. We intend to be fully, and we are going to launch an OG dev program where we are going to have a Discord and everything, invite developers in the space to help us out build ZKM even further. So please watch the space as we are going to share links very soon. Thank you.
That's great. And you mentioned it before a little bit about optimistic and ZK rollup. But what's exactly the difference? Why is not enough to use these other methods? Why you want to create the ZKM?
Let me answer.
It's a question for everyone. Yeah.
Right. As I mentioned earlier, that we just can't plug in the existing solution into our own our existing tech stack. We need a ZK rollup component that's efficient and stable. So we don't find any solution that can fit this bill, and the technology we developed right now is the one path that we think can fit the bill. So that's the reason we developed ZKM. It's not that we're late to the game; it's because the game has changed. Yeah, that's the reason. Thank you.
Yeah, I also want to add, if you just launch another ZK rollup, how you can compete with, all the existing solutions. When we started Metis, we have been experienced all these TVL jumping in and jump out. How to attract all the users and TVLs coming into your rollup. That's actually a very challenging thing. But for ZKM, I think we are the low-level infrastructure that actually we don't quite care about these TVL or hype stuff. We provide the service to every layer 2s, layer 1s, and to unify all these transactions, proofs. That's my point. I think we do not quite need another OP or ZK. We need a hybrid solution, and we need someone to unify all these segmented market. Thank you.
Yeah, so we think that currently there are two major stream solutions for scaling Ethereum. So first is about optimistic rollup. So for Arbitrum and OP, they launched their mainnet probably in 2020 and 2021. Yeah, and And for Metis, it's a great optimistic rollup that has huge volume and huge TVL with great ecosystem and community engagement. And for ZK rollup, it's in very good progress. And during this year, we are happy to see the mainnet alpha launch of the of ZK Sync and also Polygon ZK EVM and the next coming Linear. And I believe that in the future, so if for current optimistic rollup solution, even in the initial design is using fraud-proof, using optimistic design mechanism, in the future they will definitely incorporate some building blocks using ZK. So in this way, that ZKM is at the frontier of the industry. That because Metis first work on the model of hybrid rollup and now come with ZKM. That is fantastic. So in the future, so there are hybrid components that we believe that in the entire Web3 industry, so each system, each component, each building block can be composable each other. And I think that even the initial design of an optimistic rollup is not using ZK. It must incorporate some ZK building block. First, for security reasons, and second is to reduce the on-chain challenge proof and its challenges, because the most disadvantages of the current ZK current optimistic rollup is about the fraud proof mechanism, and also for the existing ZK solution. So the challenge is that the scalability for the large scale zero-knowledge proof systems. So we have some trade-off, and we can always have different levels of the solution that hybrid the components. So a basic framework of the hybrid solution is a very good practice to incorporate different technologies and different innovations in the industry. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. I'm going to be taking over. We had a technical difficulty with Amelia. I'm going to try and get her back on here as soon as possible, but we're still going to move forward. Thank you guys for your input on the benefits, disadvantages, and everything between an optimistic rollup and a ZK rollup. Just moving forward, so we also mentioned the need for a hybrid rollup. In your opinion, why would networks need a hybrid rollup? Kevin, I'll start with you, if that's all right.
For sure. I think we have, talked about this in the previous questions. But in short, I think it all started when we, had that conversation with OP and Arbitrum team. I think that's a very natural way that OP needs to find a solution. As Abner mentioned, that they need to employ ZK, element into the OP stack, so we can compete with all the ZK rollup in the future. I think that's the original idea why we gonna need a hybrid rollup. As you can see in the current market size, all the OP layer 2s have around actually over 8 billion TVL on the chain. This is the current market space that we cannot lose, and hybrid solution can utilized and to be applied to this current market size, and users don't have to do anything, builders don't have to do anything. So these are a quite natural way to upgrade the current OP stack to hybrid. And I think that's the opportunity for OP to upgrade, to evolve in all the L2 war, if we can say so. Yeah, that's my point.
Yeah, so yes, I fully agree with Kevin. So I think that currently, for the existing optimistic rollup solution, so they have several challenges. So first is about the fraud proof. And second is the challenges from our side. So we see it's the interoperability challenges that when we are integrating with optimistic rollup using our ZK bridge, so we always have we will always want to wait until the L1 finalization state proof of the layer 2 states. So this is I think that even though we can do the interoperability with ZK bridge for the optimistic rollup, but I think that the existing design for the optimistic rollup is not friendly to let it interoperate with other blockchain networks, with other layer 1, layer 2s, and also even for the OP stack design. So for the cross rollup interoperability, it has many challenges. So I think that a hybrid solution is essential to tackle this problem. And so we are looking forward to see that more innovations by ZKM to try to solve these kind of problems.
Yes. I think hybrid rollup is actually intrinsically actually better than the either optimistic or ZK rollup, because when rollup first proposed, the implementation had a lot of challenges. The most one is fragmented implementation, because when you push EVM from L1 to L2, not all features are easily supported. So we've seen like optimistic rollup had this challenge. Then if you remember, there's this EVM compatible versus EVM equivalence debate. And also you see in the ZK rollup development, at first, there are like solutions that not fully support EVM. So even the EVM support right now is kind of quite brittle. So hybrid rollup, from a user-centric point of view, is better because it supports a much broader spectrum of use cases. And as Abner has pointed out, it also can better adapt to a world with interoperability solutions like Polyhedra. And it's better also for end-to-end ZK solution that based on ZK. So users can feel safe, whether transact on Ethereum or as it's more prevalent, move assets from chain to chain, from L1 to L2, from L1 to other L1. So that's why we think hybrid rollup is it's the future of rollups. Thank you.
Yeah, and to further iterate on to what Ming mentioned, the range of users actually is huge. From simple communities to institutionalized users, everybody can practically utilize this kind of hybrid, approach of hybrid rollup, because it allows for that much of, especially in the ZKM approach, for that much of customizability. Yeah, so I think it can achieve really, really big adoption. Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Yeah, lots of good insights. Really interesting how we can make these technologies, or we can work to make these technologies come together and really be advantageous to everyone who wants to use this application. And with that being said, we are on to our final question. And so we've had, in the past couple of years, we've seen so many layer 2s pop up and just come to light. I'm wondering, why now just build an infrastructure layer and just not your own layer 2, not your own layer 2? Whomever would like to start, Kevin?
All right, yeah. As we have mentioned, actually the industry is not lacking of another layer 2. The current solution can launch a layer 2, pretty easily and quickly. But how to solve the interoperability and how to solve the key issue of optimistic rollup, which is 7 days withdrawal window. That's the starting point for ZKM to build this infrastructure layer at stage 1 to solve the 7 days withdrawal window, and a stage 2, stage 3 to solve the interoperability issue among all the layer 2s and layer 1. As we have mentioned, I have personally experienced how Metis grow. It's pretty hard to bring a layer 2 purely starting from scratch. So I think in this perspective, bring the infrastructure layer to serve all the layer 2s, layer 1s, is a very, I would say, very smart move to, to be friends with everyone and to provide value to everyone. Thank you.
It will also allow us, for new development capabilities, for people to bring into light different dApps or even apps for interoperability. So I have to digress a bit again. We are always open for ideas. Feel free to join our Discord. I think we have already shared the link. If not, please stay tuned. We will share it. Join our OG Dev program, or we also have an ambassador program too. We will have an ambassador program too. So if you want to contribute, be a part of our community, feel free to do it. We're always open for new people joining. Now to go back. So basically with this approach, people can potentially, of course, create new types of bridges, new types of even layers. A lot of ZK rollups today and other solutions wish to actually create layer 3s, hyperchains, and so on and so on. We can potentially allow for that too. We will see. Of course, stay tuned in the space. Thank you.
Awesome, cool. Abner, did you have anything to bring forward for the last question?
Yeah, so currently we are working together. So to see is any great to see that the launch of ZKM and for Polyhedra network. So we are working with different partners that working together to push the boundary of the ZK innovations in the industry. So what we are building is that we are building the general infrastructure layer for the interoperability between any kind of Web 2 and Web 3 systems. So currently we are focusing on is the cross-chain or cross-rollup interoperability by the ZK Bridge protocols to connecting different layer 1, layer 2 blockchain networks. And I believe that there are many design space, especially for the cross-rollup interoperability, and also for the to deal with the existing challenge period and fraud proof. I think that Metis and ZKM is on the frontier in the industry. And we are also great to see many different products. They are working with different methodologies to have better solution to benefit the entire Web3 industry.
Great. So, sorry, I had to join from another account. Not sure what happened. So now I'm under the name The Cryptonomist, which is my company. So I think we have still a few minutes for the Q&A. So I don't know if we want to, someone want to ask some questions. Feel free to ask for the permit to talk.
Don't be shy, guys. All right, Metis Governance, you're good to go.
Hi, guys. This is Nat from Metis Layer 2. First of all, congratulations on a fantastic launch. I know you guys worked very, very hard, and really, really congratulations from all of my heart and our team. And yeah, great spaces, very informative. I learned a lot. So thank you so much for great conversation. My question is from governance and decentralization standpoint. So, what are your plans for the future, especially with other EcoNodes, Metis EcoNodes? Do you plan on collaborating? If yes, and to which capacity?
Thanks, Nat. I think from the EcoNode's perspective, ZKM has the responsibility to fulfill, to take the governance perspective to help, also can help the whole Metis ecosystem. Consider ZKM as a contributor or builder to the whole Metis ecosystem, and we're gonna expand the boundary for Metis, for the Metis DAO ecosystem. Another perspective to answer your question, actually for ZKM, it will be open sourced, and also in the future it will leverage all the miner community to provide the computation power. So you will see a lot of decentralization will also happen in this infrastructure layer. So decentralization is and will always be our core value, no matter it is Metis or ZKM. Thanks.
Great. Thank you so much, Kevin. That sounds really exciting. Very, very happy to hear that. And looking forward to see how we can all move forward together. Thanks.
Thanks for your question.
Thank you.
We are bringing on Forever Young. You are good to ask your question.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
Yeah. How you guys doing?
We're great. What's your question?
All right. Okay. I don't know. These polyhedra, on what chain are they dealing with? On which chain are they dealing with? The polyhedra. Is it layer 0? Do they have affiliation to Binance? I really want to know, because I've minted their NFT. I've minted 2 of their NFT now. So I really want to know which chain they are dealing on.
Yeah, so currently we are supporting different blockchain layer 1, layer 2 networks, and yes, you can use our ZK bridge that to use ZK bridge, and also you can once you are using layer 0, so you can also choose the ZK Lite client as its oracle. Thank you.
Okay. So does it mean that since I'm partaking in Polyhedra, I'm eligible for layer 0 airdrop?
It's not so I don't know the strategy for layer 0 airdrop, so sorry.
All right. Okay, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. And then we're going to bring on Sanchit in one moment. Awesome. You're good to go.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
First of all, congrats on the successful launch, Kevin. It was really great. I read all the Cointelegraph article and the documentation you posted. And sorry, I joined late. I was late to Spaces. I just joined a couple of minutes back. So, where do you see the future of Ethereum is headed to? Will there be multiple rollups, like 10 or 20 rollups, and all of them have different use bases, are all fragmented, or you see 2 or 3 or maybe 5 anchor rollups that will be the only rollups in the future? So what do you think?
Thank you, Sanjay. That's a good question. I believe it will be a multi-rollup chain future. As you can see, a lot of institutions launches their separate chains based on OP superchain, and Arbitrum also has a Orbit, strategy, and I believe ZK also have their own strategy to support multi rollups launch in the near future. For us, that's all our clients actually. The more, the better. We're gonna serve them from the infrastructure layer to provide the interoperability and security. So, a short answer is that I think the future is multi rollup future.
Got it. Thanks for the answer.
All right, next we have Mario. I'm bringing you on right now, and then you'll be good to go as soon as you accept. Mario, you're good to ask your question or address any concerns that you may have. You would just have to unmute your microphone.
Hey, how you guys doing? I have a very beginnerish kind of question just to kind of get some clarity on some stuff. I guess what would happen to the current Metis network? Would we migrate over some of the stuff over to this new network, or how would that work?
Thank you, Mario. Actually, there's no migration from the user builder perspective. They don't have to do anything. The solution here ZKM is providing is that we can upgrade Metis optimistic rollup to hybrid rollup from the infrastructure layer. So users, when they withdraw money from layer 2 to layer 1, they can get nearly instant withdrawal based on the solution that ZKM can provide. So and also from another perspective, if there's some signature node or prover doing something bad, that the proof cannot be generated, the hybrid rollup solution will come back to the alleged, legacy fraud proof process, which will enable, honest sequencer or prover to submit the transaction and to slash the bad actors. So in this way, we can provide dual security based on the ZKM solution. To answer your question, I think first we don't migrate, but the Metis is going to be the first batch of users to utilize this infrastructure to get instant withdrawal and enhanced security.
Awesome. So everything will be the same. You'll be able to use, the token is essentially the gas still. It'll be, you wouldn't notice too much of a difference, but just I guess the background stuff would be a lot different.
Yeah, from the Metis perspective, it stays the same. But from the ZKM perspective, since there's a lot of, community engagement will be needed, either from the developer community or mining community. So you can expect something different from ZKM perspective.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right, and then this will be our final question or thought from Amalu. All right, you are good to go. Go ahead and ask your question or express your thoughts. Amalu, you would have to unmute your mic. All right. Amalu, I'm going to boot you off here if you're unable to ask your question, but feel free to comment it or tweet it in the comments here in this call. But yeah, thank you guys so much, everyone, for joining. Thank you, Abner, Kevin, Philip, and Ming, and thank you as well for moderating, Amelia. I'm so sorry that we had kind of a technical difficulty in the middle of the call, but I'm glad you were able to get back on. And then,
thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for hosting.
Awesome. And then,
thank you, everyone. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Stay tuned. Thank you.
Pat, Kevin.
Yep. And just for everyone
Philip.
who's still here, you can check out more about ZKM at zkm.io. It has all their socials and everything that you would need to know about them, to stay tuned. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you so much.
Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, everyone.